let's get this real quick. You guys already know in the reaction video. I got some video already like recorded, edited, listed on YouTube. I'm talking about my gaming video, you know. Today I'm just gonna post this, my King Legacy video, the showcase I'm doing. Tomorrow is gonna be a Shindo and reaction video and a pack opening video, maybe. We're gonna see about that. We're gonna see. But yeah, let's just get this quick. We are reacting to SCP-439 Phone Hive explanation. Actually, one of you guys, you know, I'm gonna call you one of my boys, you know what I mean? If you guys, you know, support me, told me to react to this. What are you? Oh, you got here. Let me just best it on YouTube. Hi. You said, in my opinion, terms of terrifying parasite like SCP, none of them could hold a candle against SCP-439. The link. Thank you for giving me the link. Fire. That's why I'm telling you guys. Give me the link you want me to react to something like this guy. I'm going to react to yours next tomorrow, maybe. So, just saying. And I told him I'll do it. But I said the worst SCP to get like contaminated, my opinion, is 610. But yo, we got our own opinion. I haven't seen this video yet. I think I haven't seen it. We're gonna see. Alright. So let's get started, but
disturbing things had been happening on the
and it's by SCP Explain. I forgot. It's by SCP Explain, fire YouTuber. Original link in the description. Go check him out. Be happy to give him one more subscriber.
Floor of the Rose Heights apartment building in Albany, New York. Residents had reported strange noises over the last few days. Screaming in the night, pained muttering, soft weeping, scratching and scuttling in the walls. And worst of all, what seemed like an infestation of bugs unlike anything the unfortunate occupants of Rose Heights had ever seen before. They weren't abnormal in size or shape. They looked an awful lot like the common earwig, around 2.5 centimeters long with large curved pinchers on the back. But the color wasn't right. Unlike the usual dark brown, these earwigs were a silverly, almost translucent gray.
Me, I don't like bugs. Well, I'm not saying I don't like. I'm not scared of them. I could touch them, all that. I just don't like it in my house and all that. Like, no, especially when I'm sleeping. I don't know what's happening. I don't like bugs like that. So yeah, spiders don't mind. I may keep like one or two in like in the ceiling or something, in the corner of my room, and the rest I just don't throw them outside the window. But I just don't like bugs in general, though.
When people spotted them crawling across their walls or hiding in the carpet, they seemed to shimmer in the light. Eventually, the building's landlady, Donna Tompkins, was called in to do something about the infestation. She spoke to each of the residents about their experience. They reported the strange noises, the mysterious bugs, and even a funny smell they'd sometimes catch in the hall. A smell like someone had thrown up. And every single person that Donna spoke to couldn't help but remark that the smell was particularly strong outside the apartment of a certain resident. Bill Parr. Stranger still was the fact that Bill hadn't been seen in days. Donna knocked on his door, but received no answer. She called him on his cell phone. Yo, I'm telling you, the phone ringing inside it's gonna be apartment, but it just
either gonna be dead or it could be mutated.
She checked.
Guys, I don't know what does this speed do.
She saw that Bill hadn't left the building in the last few days either. Donna called the police, worried that Bill might be sick or even dead inside his apartment. It was strange, given that he was only in his 30s and didn't seem to have any health conditions. But stranger things had happened. Much stranger things were about to happen too. 2 police officers arrived not long after. They called through the door one more time, and when they got no response, Donna gave them the key to head inside. The apartment was a wreck. All the furniture was covered in dust. Filthy dishes were piled high in the sink and—
no lie, some of these houses look like yours, baby. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. No, stop. I'm just saying. No, stop. Like, low key, mine's like that. I'm still. I always try to keep mine clean and everything. But I'd say, guys, never let your house, get to this worse. You know what I mean? This bad. I'm just saying.
The smell of rot.
I just saying.
There were empty boxes of painkillers. All the pills popped from their silvery foil laying on the ground. But worst of all were the bugs.
I waited for it to be like in the wall or something, like
and they were on
D4s and everything.
Those silvery gray earwigs. Neither of the officers liked bugs, and it seemed like the deeper they got into the apartment,
more
bugs there were.
Oh, we getting an ad. Yo, I'm just gonna say this, boy. Like, I'm just saying this, you know. I don't like bugs too much like that, but like you guys are low-key cop, you know what I mean? Bugs should be like, you know, your most fear, you know? It's better be like serial killers and all that, boy.
Some even seemed to be crawling towards them, pointing their pinchers at them as though they were defending their territory. This looked to be a textbook case of what happens when a resident keels over and dies. But there was just one problem. Where was the body? Bill Parham had seemingly dropped off the face.
Imagine all those bugs in his body, like, he just turned to that. I don't think that's what happened, but imagine.
Of the earth. And now a colony of mysterious bugs had started squatting in his apartment in his absence. Then came that smell again. That truly awful smell.
Like a dead body,
like
right?
Bile and blood. It was even stronger now, and it seemed like it was coming from...
You guys say couldn't find the body, but you never checked the closet and all that? Yo, these are like the worst cop, man.
The two officers acting on pure instinct drew their weapons and approached the closet with caution. Even if they weren't consciously aware of it, they knew they were going to find something awful inside. Something evil. Something dangerous.
Okay.
When they threw open the closet door, they couldn't help but scream. They'd found the nest. It was a huge round hive, like the biggest beehive you've ever seen, melded
it's
into
gonna be
the
like his body
corner of the closet. The unnatural earwigs were crawling into, out of, and around it. Thousands of them. Tens of thousands.
This will be his body, right?
And the second they registered the presence of the two officers, intruders into their nest, they began to swarm. In sheer panic, both raised their guns and opened fire into the closet.
Why?
But it didn't do them any good. Their bullets just pierced and splintered the hive, causing even more enraged insects to spill out and begin crawling over.
Why you guys? Why like that? That's so much like misused. Wait, stop. Sorry, misused like weapons or like you guys are like. Why are you guys shooting? What? Am I confused here? Am I like the only one confused here? I'm confused. Like why? Why?
Two cops. They fled from the apartment, screaming.
Bullets
from the gnashing
don't always
pincers
solve
of the insects
everything.
Crawling all over their skin. They never did find the corpse of Bill Parham.
Oh, so they never. Okay, that was just a hive.
Parham wasn't dead, at least not until moments ago, when the bullets from the cop's gun had torn through his bones and perforated his organs. He died not long after, and if he could still speak close to the end, he would have thanked them both.
He was a nest, right?
For the mercy. Because the monstrosity that they just encountered in the closet wasn't just a nest of mysterious
it was his body, right?
In Bill Parham's apartment. It was Bill himself.
Big brain. Yo, big brain. I'm telling you.
This is the fate worse than death in store for anyone supremely unlucky enough to fall victim to SCP-439.
See, at least, like, from the viewpoint, you know, mercy kill and all that, they don't even know what they were shooting, though, I think. I don't think they even knew what they were shooting at, but, like, at least, you know, mercy kill and all that. But, like, still, misused weapons, man.
Known by the nickname for their unique nests, the Bone Hive. And while these
Loki sound like a Kaguya move, you know, Bone Ash and all that, like all the moves he had that's named Bone.
Nasty little critters
I'm
may
just
be
saying.
small. They're filled with enough pure nightmare fuel to send you running into 682's containment chamber for a little comfort. Let's go through this whole nightmarish process and tell you exactly what happened to poor Bill Parham. First discovered by the SCP Foundation in mainland China, SCP-439 specimens largely get by on the fact that they're not much to look at. Unless you're an entomologist, when you see
that's a big bug. I'm not gonna lie, that hell no, man. That bug right there. I know there's another SCP, but I'm just saying, like, see that, and they could fly too. Miss me with that. Look at his head compared to that, boy. It's almost like, yo, hell no, man.
Strange insect, you probably just accept the fact that it's a perfectly normal breed
Hell
you've just
nah.
never encountered before. Nobody is hammering down the doors of their local news station to alert the press about the gray earwig they saw crawling out
Hell
of the
no,
crack
like,
in the
actually
wall.
miss me with that and
But if
everything.
Bill Parham had done just that, it would have saved his life. The Foundation would have immediately flagged the
Well, like,
incident
what
as
does,
an
like,
SCP-439
how does it even work though? I'm
infestation
confused. Like,
and dispatched a
is it like the insect is the SCP that actually turns to like the hive thing and all that? Like, I don't know. You guys gonna let me know actually in the comment section, like you guys always do. But like, I'm just saying.
task force to deal with
saying.
Instead, when Bill saw the earwig for the first time, he was getting ready for work and didn't have the time to stop and deal with it. He made a mental note to buy some bug killer on the way home, but quickly forgot. The insect didn't forget him.
I'm just gonna say, man, you know, bug killer. Like, hold on, guys. This right here. See, this right here. This is a perfect thing to kill right here. Is he almost size 15 right? I'm telling you. You don't need no bug killer. You need no spray. I'm just saying, man. You don't need none of that, boy. We got stuff like that in our house.
Perfect candidate for the SCP-439 process. The Foundation has tested extensively with the one SCP-439 sample they'd been able to successfully catch and contain. In all tests, they found that 439 specimens rejected hosts from any species other than humans. They're an extraordinarily specific parasite. It's also only one particular type of SCP-439 specimen that you actually need to worry about: the queens. Despite their superficial similarities, SCP-439 behave nothing like non-anomalous earwigs. Normal earwigs are not
is like the queen bigger?
They're solitary scavengers and they don't keep nests as permanent habitats. The same can definitely not be said for SCP-439. They have complex social structures, much like that of bees, ants, and termites.
Okay.
With queens, scouts, workers, and warriors.
I still don't care. Like, I'm telling you. We like burn with fire, man. I'm telling you. Hell nah, man.
Or a warrior, you may get a painful pinch from their pinchers if you get too close. But if you end up on the wrong side of one of the queens,
that's how you get turned.
You have a much
if the queen bits you, is that how you gonna turn to the thingy?
It so happened that the SCP-439 specimen that appeared in Bill Parham's bathroom
was a queen, right?
Was visiting royalty.
Oh, okay,
this
no
439
mind.
queen had selected her target, and now it was time to move to the next part of the process: initial infiltration. When Bill returned home from work, he was delighted to find that the gray earwig was nowhere to be seen, but that didn't mean—
I'm sorry if you see like a kind of a big bug or something like that, like in your house, and you go outside, come back, it's not there. It's still in there. It's just hiding. Don't trust those. I'm just saying. It's still hiding in there.
Lurking.
Yeah.
It just didn't want to
there you
be
go.
Seen.
I'm telling you.
The real fun would happen after Bill went to bed. Once SCP-439 detects that its potential host has fallen into a deep sleep,
that's when it's
crawl
onto
the person's body and into their mouth, which is exactly what it did to Bill. It feels like little more than a tickle in your throat, and you will have no idea that the tiny creature crawling down your windpipe and into the soft, warm tissue of your lungs—
That has to go all the way down. Oh, hell nah. You getting that. Like, I'm sorry, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like, I don't like having bug in my lung. It's just, oh no, it's just a me thing. I'm just saying. Like, I'm telling you, you're never gonna see none of that near me, man. I'm telling you, man. I got my ideas and everything. I'm gonna stop this if it's my house.
Very few
I'm just
people
saying.
wake up during this process, but even if they did, there's virtually nothing they could do.
It's already it's already inside of you. There's nothing you can do.
Chest pains and shortness of breath, a symptom not uncommon in a number of respiratory ailments. He had no idea that the SCP-439 queen was already inside him. He got up and went about his day, trying to ignore the pain as it gradually grew.
That's why I got the painkillers.
Feeling almost like something was moving inside his chest. He spent the whole day having to stop to let out a deep, hacking cough, but coughing didn't expel or change anything. He looked and felt so terrible that his boss let him go home early, hoping that Bill would be able to sleep off whatever illness he thought he had picked up. But over the next couple of days, his condition only—
See, like at that point, like, go to the hospital or something like that, man. Stop being like you so tough and all that. You see what happened to him when they went to the hospital?
The pain grew so excruciating he could barely move, and he was popping painkillers like Tic Tacs to no effect. He started running a dangerously high fever, his body trying in vain to fight back against its lethal intruder. He felt worse than he ever had in his life. But little did poor Bill know, the most terrible parts of the process were yet to come. Through anomalous means, an SCP—
that's why you're going to start morphing into a nest?
To induce fibrodysplasia ossificans progressiva, or FOP, in its victims, which is typically a genetic disease that presents itself before the victim turns 10 years old.
Okay.
The condition is infamous for its primary symptom, turning muscle and other soft tissue into bone, slowly but surely paralyzing the victim and putting them into a state of unspeakable pain. This bone transformation process is known as ossification, and Bill was about to—
I still don't know. I'm sorry. Am I supposed to know that big word? Like, I'm sorry.
It firsthand. His pain increased as his mobility decreased, with more of his flesh becoming solid lumps of bone underneath the skin. Soon enough, all he knew was pain. It became so agonizing that he was delirious with it. He was drunk on pain. Even perceiving sunlight felt like being stabbed in the eyes.
Okay.
That's why, like all the other victims of SCP-439, he decided to conceal
the
himself
closet?
in a warm, dark place where no light
The
could
closet.
reach him. In Bill's case, of course.
That's okay. That's where his transformation started going to the nest.
All he could do was curl up into the fetal position and weep as his muscles turned to bone and his body began to compact and shrink. He didn't even look like a human anymore.
Hell no, man.
He was more like a ball, covered in a bone shell and filled with warm organs. That's when the queen started laying eggs among his organs.
No.
It wasn't long before there was a new brood of around 30,000 specimens living inside Bill's body. He was still very much alive, but there wasn't anything he could do about his situation. His muscles had long since turned to bone, and they had eaten large portions of his brain, leaving mainly the parts needed to keep his organs just barely functioning. After all, the colony still needs central heating. SCP-439 colonies have developed a perfect parasitic relationship with the human body. They even use the stomach inside the hive to pre-digest food into a liquid slurry that's easier for them to consume. The only loser in this situation is someone like Bill, who is forced to become the new home for the world's most nightmarish freeloaders. Eventually, when the colony becomes too big, a queen departs to start a new one, and the process repeats itself once more. It's enough to make you want to sleep with your mouth closed for the rest of your life.
I even close your ear off, your nose. Like at this point, like you can't do nothing.
Oh, and we haven't even told you the worst part yet. Foundation scientists have conducted tests on some victims of SCP-439 and found that while the creatures do consume large parts of the brain, the parts they leave are capable of consciousness. That's right.
You can feel everything.
Victims remain aware of what's happening to them the whole time.
No.
Even when they hardly seem human at all.
Hell no.
What actually finally kills the victims of SCP-439 isn't the bodily trauma. It's the starvation that sets in when the colony inevitably moves on.
Okay.
Did we just hear you cough? You might want to go get that checked out.
Man, don't get me with nothing, man. You can't scare me like that, son. Come on, boy. Well, that is kind of like really bad though, like, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, I'm still thinking to my SCP-610. I feel like that's the worst one. If you go to the images and everything, I don't know. Like, I feel like both of them are pretty bad though. Don't get me wrong, but you know, I'm just saying. You know, this is enough for this first video. You guys already know. Hit the subscribe button. Go to 5,000 subscribers. We are almost there. You know, it's because of you guys. You know what I mean? Keep hitting the subscribe button. Hit the like button too. Supposed to be even more. Turn the notifications. We're going to the early game, which means be in the comment section first. Which brings me to the comment section. Go to me game to play. Does not have to be a Roblox game. Go to my video to react to, but please link the video in the comment section. It'll be easy for me to find. Like what my boy did. You also tell me like how you doing. I will always try to apply back to you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's your boyfriend out.